the businessmen in West Nile, I would say, have had several opportunities to grow, and we have also had several disappointments seeing many of our prominent businesses going down to the drains. The factors of business failures will be several. Others could be personal, others could be the business environment related, others could be the government. In this particular scenario, I would say a lot of the contribution towards the failure of some of our prominent businesses comes as a result of the government enforcements, particularly the Revenue Authority tax collections. If you remember the background of many of our businesses, most of these businesses started from scratch, where there were no regular tax payments. Right from the early 80s, the insurgencies went through when even the government itself wasn't that organized. And some of the taxes that have been charged on these businesses were cumulative. If you are able to pay revenue for 10 years behind, other than what you have spent, the time it becomes a burden. And this kills your capital, because you must have managed all your profits accordingly. When the Revenue Authority came in and started taxing many of these businesses in arrears, it costed a lot of challenges. If you can remember now, there are waivers on arrears and the interest by URA. This was some of the backgrounds we pushed that we see is affecting our businesses. Some of it could be personal, some of it could be the business related environment. You know, we're here based in the borderline. Our businesses flourish both on the two borderlines. If terms and conditions of business on the other side are better, it pushes us who are already here, it pushes us down. Likewise, when a better environment happens here, it also pushes businesses on the other sides down. Particularly if you look at the issue of taxes on business environment, like in DRC, you realize their taxes are more friendly than our taxes here. As such, goods become cheaper on the other side, and those who are trading on these goods from our side here, they lose market. Coupled with our porous borders, where people are able to get these goods from the other side cheaply and also trade in them from this side here, it automatically kills. Take, for example, the case of Ozu brothers who are trading in Mukwano products. When other producers like Bidiko came on board, they started shipping their goods to DRC with minimum taxes, and the goods became cheaper, and this was able to make the Mukwano products here much more expensive, and that was enough to kill the business or the dealership of Ozu brothers that time. And other factors, the URI I talked about, all affected, and many others. If you look at the scenarios of the likes of Gaga bus, remember the ban government put on Gaga when there were several accidents for about 3 months. That was enough to kill that business, the transportation business. He had already staff to pay, he had liabilities to fulfill maybe from banks in the 3 months, which means he didn't have anywhere to run. And apart from that, was only to take away his capital, and that was enough to destroy and kill the Gaga transport business. You know, these are some of the factors that destroy us. For example, if I'm to bring, plus many others. On the side of where we want to grow, reorganization of businesses, it is double-edged. One, we have issues of the Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce is a national organization. Actually international, it affects each and every business. Where Chamber is very organized, management and the reorganization of business is very simple. Very, very simple. Every business person becomes a member of Chamber of Commerce, and management, the reorganization and growth is very easy. But if you see here in Uganda, I will say, and particularly now when you come to Arua, Chamber is totally disorganized. right from the president at the national level. There's total disorganization, and you cannot be able to get the growth of chamber to reorganize businesses and give businesses growth. As such, the organization like the Arua business community and others, country over, like the Casitas in Kampala, are trying their level best to reorganize businesses to see that they come together and work together and be able to grow their businesses. And their strength may not be to the level of National Chamber of Commerce, which is actually an international body. Well, it is a matter of time, I know, and I trust that one day, one time, Chamber will get organized like it was before, and businesses will get organized. Much as Congo seems to be doing well, they also have several challenges that I may not list here myself. For us here, what we are looking at is if DRC could come a member of the East African community. I'm sure the government, the East African community is already doing a lot in getting DRC to be a member of the East African community. Once that is fully finalized, then we shall be able to do business in the common tariff, so that each and all of us paid almost the same taxes, and the tax is almost uniform, unlike what is happening now. I think that is my best wish to the government. Secondly, I want to appreciate our government and the security. There's a lot that our government is doing in streamlining security issues that actually provide enabling environment for doing businesses in Congo. I'll encourage them to continue, because the other challenge that makes business in Congo to be anyhow is insecurity. You find if somebody doing business in a war zone will not be able to pay taxes the same way somebody who's doing a business in a normal environment. And those are some areas where Congo seems to be benefiting us. But if you look all around, God forbid, if you see the amount of goods that are going to Congo being loaded from us here in Arua or in West Nile here, you'll also believe that Congo is dependent on us. We are not dependent on Congo. You just go to the borders, come to the town, see where these lorries are parked, and see the volume of goods that are moving from our shops or from our stores to load these trucks to go to Congo is quite much. Actually, I would say Congo is dependent on us than us being dependent on Congo. We have offered them very good enabling environment, market where they are able to pick the goods that they don't hold from us here and take to Congo. Thank you.